Hello, class. Today's date is November 25th, 2018. My name is Henry Rowland, and I'm here today to persuade each and every one of you to always wear a helmet anytime you're on a motorcycle. So to begin things, I want to talk about why you haven't seen me in a few weeks. On Saturday, November 10th, I was involved in a motorcycle accident out on Highway 20 on the way home. One of the side roads is a very curvy road. It was our last curve of the day. We were going a little bit quicker than we should have, and about midway into the corner, I hit a bump that was covered by the shading of the trees. I honestly didn't see it. So my bike came off the ground, and by the time I came on the ground, I was about halfway into the corner. I hit all of my brakes, but it was too late. By the time I hit all my brakes, I was off the road. So my motorcycle laid down to the left. The peg went into my leg and broke my ankle, and then kind of slingshotted me the other way. I went about 50 yards, which is half a football field for those that don't know, and tumbled and tumbled and tumbled, and then I eventually was stopped by a fence, and my head hit the fence post. Luckily, I had a helmet on. So the two main reasons as to why it's important to wear a helmet on a motorcycle is that motorcyclists are more prone to damage, and that helmet saved lives. So to transition to the first topic of motorcyclists are more prone to damage, motorcycles are less of a visual for cars. Cars don't always see motorcycles, whether it's a motorcycle pulling onto the road or the car pulling onto the road or a vehicle turning or even just on the road. Motorcycles are more of a blind spot getter than most cars are because they fit into a blind spot much better than a car does, especially with big rigs such as semis and lifted trucks. And most accidents involve other vehicles. It's very rare that you see a motorcyclist just lay his bike down for the heck of it. Usually it's the weather, such as rain or snow or loose gravel in the road or debris or a bump like me. But usually it's a car pulling out or a car getting on the road or a car changing lanes and just not paying attention. So that is my first reason as to why you should wear a helmet. Let's move on to my second reason, that helmet saves lives. So to put it short and sweet, motorcycles are only two wheels. There's no airbags, there's no seat belts, there's no cage to stop you like a car does whenever it takes all the damage after rolling. Every accident, the motorcyclist is ejected from the motorcycle. So the only protection that you have or the motorcyclist has is what he or she put on prior to the ride. So to put that in perspective, usually the first two things that hit the ground are going to be your hands. By natural selection, you always want to catch yourself, and then what follows is your head. So you want to make sure that you have a helmet on, because without the helmet, your head is vulnerable to literally anything and everything that your body is en route to, such as the asphalt or the grass or a tree limb or a tree or a fence post like me. And also, helmets save more than just your brain. Some people think that helmets are lame because they block your vision, which they do sometimes, but not. There's technology now that they don't block as much vision. They get hot. There's vents for them. But helmets support more than just your brain. Think about it. The helmet helps stabilize your neck in an accident. Without a helmet, you can easily snap your neck, break your neck, either die on scene or be like my uncle that broke his neck and his spine and is paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of his life. And helmets also protect your face. Everybody wants to be able to see, everybody wants to be able to breathe, hear, and everybody wants to have a beautiful smile and a smug. So let's keep that helmet on. So them are the two main reasons as to why I think that a helmet is most necessary when on a motorcycle. To recap, the two reasons are motorcyclists are more prone to damage and that helmets save lives. That is the conclusion of my speech. I do want to end you with a story that I heard from my doctor, Sieber, which is going to be doing the surgery on me tomorrow. He told me that the ER had a patient about a week and a half ago, an older male. He was on the interstate, and his bike laid down. I don't know how it happened, but somehow he didn't land on his back. He landed on his face with no helmet on, and he just slid on the asphalt with his face. After that, he literally grinded down all of his face. He had no more skin. He had no eyes, no nose. Just imagine, just grind it all the way down. It's just a face full of muscle. It's gross. I hope that you remember that every single time you want to get on a motorcycle without a helmet. And also, I hope that I've convinced each and every one of you to wear a helmet anytime you get on a motorcycle. Remember the phrase, always be safe, not sorry. Thank y'all so much for an amazing semester.